Good day and happy 2026, my healthy tribe. Thank you for watching me on this channel. If this is your first time of coming across my channel, thank you. If you have been following me for a while, thank you so much. You see, this is 2026 and everyone is making changes. Everyone is making resolution. People are making plans. And I just thought it would be good for me to share my story of how I reclaim back my health from that lady. If you're looking at my channel, if you go back to the thumbnail, you will see the person in white shirt and the person in pink. And you could tell from looking at those pictures that there's a big change. So I just want to share my story with you today. And if by any chance you come across my video or you come across my channel, maybe, just maybe, you could pick one or two things from what I'm going to talk about that can help you in your journey to reclaiming back your health. So let me introduce myself again. My name is Adenike. I'm a plant-based food educator. I'm a nutritionist. I help people to, treat conditions, chronic conditions with food. Like, I help them, I walk along with people to do that. But I'm going to put that aside. I want to talk about my story, because my story of reclaiming my health back is a personal one. It's something that I'm not doing because I love animals. I'm not doing because I just love somebody or because I saw somebody's story. This is a journey that I've been on for the past 8 years. And along the line, I have lots of resources, lots of experiences in making sure you eat the right food to nourish your body. So I'm going to start from the beginning. In 2009, I have gone to a physician for my yearly checkup, and I was instructed to go and run some blood tests. So after running this blood test, I got a call from the physician that, oh, hello, are you this person? Your blood sugar is high. And I remember the doctor telling me on the phone that just stop eating sugar. That was the only thing the doctor mentioned to me. And, I don't have an idea of what the numbers are. I don't know what my blood sugar is. I don't know the number. I just know that my physician told me to stop eating sugar. So I try to avoid everything sugary. I try to just, if I see anything sugary like, soda and all that, I don't eat them. But down the line, I continue my lifestyle. There's no recommendation of, okay, this is the type of food you should be eating. Maybe you should be exercising more, taking a rest, and all these things nobody mentioned to me, right? And I think even for myself, I wasn't really taking my health serious because I was just living life. So down the line, I began to add weight. So what did I do? I started going to the gym. I would go maybe 30 minutes, look at my weight on the scale. That's the only way I knew how to control my weight. So I feel, okay, if I go to the gym, run on the treadmill, I'm gonna be fine. So I did that, and I still didn't really know much about my own health. But if I remember correctly, my late mom used to deal with diabetes, and she went to the doctor. They gave her insulin, they gave her medication, and she was doing that. She was doing what the doctor told her to do. But at the end of the day, she died from complications from this diabetes type 2. By the time she was admitted to the hospital, she was told that she has lost her kidney. So that was how she passed away. So down the line, I got married, I got pregnant. The first pregnancy, along the line, I think at about 5 months or so, the doctor asked me to go and run some tests, and they discovered, oh, I have gestational diabetes. And I was referred to a clinic where it's a diabetes clinic, they call it. So they measure everything. There is no big deal to your food, other than they begin to tell you to measure your food and start, checking your sugar like 4 times in a day, which I did. I mean, they are doctors, I assume. They know what they were doing, everything the doctor says I was doing. So I had that, and I had one other complication. So I had to, the doctor had to bring the baby out, which is good, to keep the baby and the mother alive. Because my body, looking back, my body was really, really sick. I don't think my body could push out a baby. Then after that, I had a second baby. Yeah, my first baby passed away from some disease that have no cure. So I was pregnant again. I had the same condition, gestational diabetes. Then the other condition, I've forgotten the name right now. And the same thing happened. The baby was brought out. Thank God she's still, we're healthy. We're both healthy. But guess what? 3 months after the baby came out, they will ask you to go and check your blood sugar, which I can't remember what my number was. And this is important. Education is very, very important to our health. We need to know what is going on. Yeah, so I had to go do the test again, and I can't remember what my number was. But before, I think it was about the 2nd month, myself and a friend of mine, we started talking about, that was the first time I started talking about weight loss to a friend of mine. And my baby was about 2 months, right? So she was talking to me about keto diet. She was showing me some pages on Facebook. But looking at those video, I feel so uncomfortable how people are putting oil in things and saying, oh, you can't eat rice, you can't eat potatoes, you can't eat yam. And even as a then, I don't really have much knowledge about nutrition. But I can tell that, why will I just be putting oil that, oh, you're going to be full, like you eat a lot of meat and all that. So I was telling my friend that I'm not comfortable with this, I don't think I want to do this. But I remember vividly my baby was about third month, and I received this email from my friend, my same friend. Shout out to Fortune. God bless you, my sister. She sent me this information. It was just a link to a website called nutritionfact.org. Michael Greger, God bless you so much. I have one of his books. I have one of his books. And, the first thing I did was, because on that website, I noticed there are information about diseases and how they develop and, what you can do, how you can eat. So the first thing I went to look for was diabetes type 2. I remember vividly. I started reading and watching the video he puts there, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Because here is the reason. The doctors I was going to, they weren't talking about what causes this disease. No, they were not. They just wanted to manage the disease for me. So I started reading, and this was where my journey to reclaiming my health began. Because you see, as at that time, I was really sick. And sometimes we can be sick and not know it. I have seen a couple of people, when they will talk about somebody that died, and they will say, oh, and she was really healthy. And if it was before, I will agree with them that, oh, you're looking healthy and you're healthy. No. There are times we are very sick and we, even though our body will tell us, but we're not listening. And I remember reading those information, and I started changing my diet. I mean, as at that time, I don't know what vegan was. I don't really know what it is. This wasn't something I was used to. I don't think I've even, watched any vegan videos at that time. But I was reading from this website, and everything I was reading, I was trying to go back to when my mother was sick, and I was trying to remember the food we were eating. I was trying to remember the food I was eating when I was growing up. And I remember vividly that most of the food I was consuming when I was growing up were not good for my body. They were not good for the organs. They were not good for a body that wants to thrive. So I started changing my diet. One plate at a time. I did not go all in because I didn't have the full information. So down the lane, I remember and as at this time, this is where I will come in about number on the scale. You see, the first 2 years that I started my journey into reclaiming my health back, I didn't have a scale at home. I did not have a scale at home. I was just changing my lifestyle. I was changing the food I was eating. I was incorporating more vegetables and fruits and legumes into my food, into my lifestyle. I was taking 1 hour walk every single day. I was not counting the steps. I was using the time. I was doing that. And before I knew what was going on, you see, that weight begins to drop off. without even knowing what it was on the scale. But you see what else was dropping? My glucose number, my blood sugar, and my A1C. They were going to the normal level. They were going to the optimal level, I will say. And as I think at the 3rd year of me starting this, I've gone to my doctor for a checkup, like the normal yearly checkup. The family doctor that I was, using had to ask me. He was like, "What have you been doing? Your weight is so good." I said, "I've been changing my food. This is what I've been eating." And he said, "Wow, this is really good." He went to his office, he printed the graph. He said, "I just need to show you." As if I didn't know. I knew what I was doing. And this is how I was able to start going to the gym. Because as at that time, I have really improved, I have really reclaimed my health. Exercise, I didn't see exercise as a burden anymore. Exercise is now part of me. It is something I love to do. I just love to move my body. But guess what? I started from the food. In short, no. I started from the knowledge. You see, I've been on this journey for 8 years, and I can tell you, it's important you have the knowledge. Oh, the knowledge will take you far, because there are so many things I found out that I was so ignorant of. I don't know it. From eating more fruit and vegetables to not eating so much nuts, to the calories, to everything, to just drinking water, to all kinds of things you could do to improve your health. And to knowing that you can reverse diabetes type 2 and pre-diabetes by choosing a lifestyle that consists of changing your food, moving your body, sleeping well, reducing stress, and not using medication to do it. You can do it. It's possible. There are 2 things going on. You either want to manage insulin resistance, which is where diabetes type 2 and pre-diabetes comes from, or you want to reverse it. Both are possible, but I made a choice. I made the choice to reverse it. Right now, I'm not living my life with any disease. No, with any chronic disease, I would say. So I'm here sharing my story because I know this is a new year and we are all going to go out there. We want a quick change. There is no quick change to this. There is no shortcut to this. There is consistency. There is loving yourself more. There is doing your part more. There is paying for it. If either you want to get somebody to help you with the knowledge, if you want to buy books, if you want to spend time, because when you spend time, you are spending something on podcasts that help you, not just scrolling around on the internet. You have to make a choice. I made a choice. I said I'm not going to leave. See, both my parents were not people that went to school. They didn't get formal education. but they saw the importance of formal education and they gave it to me. And for me, this health journey is the education I'm willing to give my child. It is the education I'm willing to give the people around me, friends, even people I don't know, because that's how we're going to thrive. My diet, my nutrition does not consist of eating animal. I will say this. I've not read where it says if people eat a little bit of animal, they will not thrive. I've not read that. If I've read research. But one thing I know is this: I don't need anything to thrive from eating animal. So I don't, my food is all plants, and I've been thriving for over 8 years. And you know, this is something I've chosen to talk about. This, I'm a coach, I'm an educator. I take people's hand, I educate them, they make their own change. This is not about meal plan. No, this is more than meal plan. This is making sure every organ in your body works perfectly the way God wants it. And like I said at the beginning of my talk, this is a new year. People are making resolution. People are making plans. I'm just advising you. The best plan you can make is to love yourself more. It's important. When we love ourselves more, we do what is good for us. We are going to choose us. Let me check if I have more things to talk about. Yeah, I think I covered everything. And this is how I reclaim my health back. And I'm talking about it so you too can reclaim your health. You can reach out to me in the comment section if you want to. You can ask me questions. You can tell me what you wish I talk about on this channel. I will take the time. This year, I'm going all in. I'm going all in on this channel because the things I saw last year, the things I heard with my hair, how I see people losing their lives to disease that they can reverse. It's painful. It's really painful to me. But we're not going to let this disease take over our lives. Take my story. No, it's not expensive. All you need is to love yourself. When you love yourself, you are not going out there looking for how to prepare your meals in 5 minutes. You're going to prepare your meal with the love you have for yourself. You know, you don't need a quick meal. No, that's not the way to live. You're going to cook your food with the love you have for yourself. You're going to enjoy the process of reclaiming your health back. So this is how I reclaim my health. And I'm talking about my story because I feel somebody out there can listen and pick up something. You see, the mountain is there for you. So you walk around it. You find your way around. It's not a distraction. Get all distractions away. Get all the things that will distract you away. Go to battle. This is the battle because there are people out there producing food that want to wreck your health. They want to wreck your health. And you have to stand firm. as somebody created by God. You see, our body is where our soul lives. We have to take care of it. That's the job God gave us, to take care of our body. It is a job that God gave us. Don't be deceived. No, don't be deceived. Take charge. And I'm wishing you a prosperous 2026, good health. You know, do your best. You can only do your best. And at the end of this year, if we're still here, you're going to look back and say, yes, I've done my part. And you're going to now look at that scale and say, oh yeah, something has happened here. So go ahead. Have a beautiful year ahead of you. Take care of yourself. Eat well. Exercise. Rest well. Reduce stress. Have your good people around you. And may the Lord bless you.